Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Turning Point Toastmaster meeting number 473. Before we dive in, here a line that always stay with me. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. You must do the thing you think you cannot do. That's the entire spirit of this club, packed into one sentence, right? Because Turning Point Toastmaster is a sportive and positive learning experience where members are empowered to develop their communication and leadership skills for their greater good and personal growth. And to our guest joining us tonight, a genuine warm welcome to you. Sit back and jump in with reactions and just enjoy the ride. This room is exactly as friendly as it looks. Now, before we hand over the meeting, let me quickly walk through our code of conduct. First, a gentle reminder of our four core values of Toastmaster International, that is integrity, respect, service, and excellence. Let's carry these into every meeting. Please note that this meeting is being recorded and it may not be possible to pause the recording. Any behavior that disturbs the flow of the meeting may result in removal from the meeting without any warning. Please keep your noise making device silent and especially mute your WhatsApp tab. Please speak responsibility on religion, sex, politics in your speech. Please keep your video on, audio off, and applause following throughout. Be the kind of audience for others that you want for yourself. Polls will be launched after each section and they will close after 30 seconds. For our role player, TMOD, Table Topic Master, and Journal Evaluator, please do a smart audio video check before handover and kindly rename yourself as a role underscore your name underscore your club. Skip club name if you are from same club. Timer signal green minimum time reached, yellow start concluding, red 30-second left and or disqualification. Please use reaction or encourage a role player. Avoid chat message to everyone uh, or the speakers and stay on mute until request to unmute. In one line, be the kind of audience you would want for yourself. One quick one before I hand over. Now let me welcome our presiding officer of this meeting. This is a man who will calmly but firmly argue with you if you say iPhone are better than Android. Give him 2 minutes, he will have a full case ready. He is also a District 41 champion, someone who turned table topic into an actual competitive sport and still show up every week like its first meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, your presiding officer of the meeting number 473 is Rupender. Rupender, please do a quick audio video check.
Am I audible, visible?
Yes, you are audible. Over to you, Rupender.
Thank you so very much, Toastmaster Vivek. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Vivek for that wonderful and energetic opening to meeting number 43 into 11, that is 473. You know the math nerds when you see them. So, I want to go through a couple of Toastmasters movement and I want to share a personal story that happened with me over the last week. The Toastmaster moment I want to talk about is from Toastmaster Anant. He was present at the Jaipur TLI along with Renu and I believe Pooja. And they had a stall of the Mukti Dhara, which is a not-for-profit organization, uh, empowering people who are from a lesser background, and they managed to sell merchandise worth 10,000 rupees. Let's hope Toastmasters guides them into making it the first ever million. Let's have a round of applause for Toastmaster Anand. Now, last week, Animesh spoke of an achievement in which he leveraged his knowledge of Toastmasters and AI to conjure some magic. which he put in front of stakeholders, got him a lot of recognition. I was at the TLI last week on Sunday, and it was a wonderful gathering. I met Anant, I met all our friends from our sister club, Gurugram Professional Toastmasters. Met Anshuman, and I also met Jaspreet, our VPPR. Anshuman was kind enough to pick me up from home, and we went to the venue and back together. And on the way, he and we were talking about AI, because last week Anshuman had spoken about AI, or was it last week? And I was asking him that, can AI do this? Can AI do that? Yesterday, he called me up. We were speaking, and I asked him, do I need to do an AI course? And Anshuman says, I don't think you do. And believe me, until that time, I was willing to spend a good amount of money on doing uh, either Claude engineering course or Google Essentials AI. But the way he spoke, I got so inspired. I sat down, and it was about 6 o'clock in the evening. By 3 o'clock in the morning, I had created a virtual assistant on Claude. And I told Claude to create a page on WordPress, test it, deploy it onto the staging environment, and from there to the live. It did it better than I could, and it did it faster than I could. So right now, I have a digital experience manager running for me, for my client. All thanks to Anshuman. Let's give him a huge round of applause. So thank you, Anshuman. Keep changing lives, keep enlightening people. You're doing a great job. Speaking of great job, some of us have done a great job joining this meeting. I see a few guests. I acknowledge the presence of Vice President of Education from Janakpuri Toastmasters, Toastmaster Sara. Let's give her a round of applause. Welcome, Sara. And I also have the Associate Vice President of Education from Gurugram Professional Toastmasters, Vipul. Welcome, Vipul. Good to have you here.
Thanks, Upan.
And we also have Seema, who's a past Toastmaster, soon to be a distinguished Toastmaster. Fingers crossed and hands crossed and toes crossed and legs crossed and God of what else crossed. We also have a presence from the eloquent Toastmasters, Komal Singh. She's going to play the table topic master today. Thank you, Komal, for joining us. And we have a returning Turning Point Toastmasters president, Chandni Agarwal from Kurukshetra. Thousands of years ago, Kurukshetra saw a battle, and now it is seeing a second one. Chandni Agarwal fighting her way back into Toastmasters. Welcome, Chandni. Speaking of fighting the way back into Toastmasters, before that, I have a message from Anant, and he says that we have Seema, Chandni, Shabd, Rahul, Dinesh, Deep, and I can recognize 5 of these names. I don't know if I know Dinesh, but they are joining us starting August 1st. We welcome you back to Turning Point Toastmasters, all of you. Now, speaking of making a comeback, a long time ago, I met this person, and he was the Vice President Public Relations of Turning Point Toastmasters at that time. What I liked about him was that nervous energy that he always carried around. And he had this inquisitive air about him, you know, like a person who asks a lot of questions, always seeking answers. I'm glad to see that that spirit is still alive in him. And I'm glad to see that that enthusiasm has not died in him. And he is playing the role of the Toastmaster of the evening with a very interesting theme. Across two cities that start with B, separated by more than 1,000 kilometers. Please welcome, with a huge round of applause, Toastmaster Animesh Das. Let's unmute and spotlight Animesh.
Thank you so much.
Let's do a very quick audio video check.
Of course. Am I audible and visible?
Anant, do you want to confirm? Okay. If Anant says you're audible and visible,
We're
you
good
are
here.
audible and visible. Okay. Animesh, from Baroda to Bengaluru. From Baroda to Bengaluru, Animesh, take it away.
Thank you so much.
Oh,
Oh, sorry. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rupinder. It is an honor and a pleasure to have each and every one of you over here. Before we jump into the theme, I just want all of you to pat your backs for showing up. All right. So, good evening, Toastmasters, guests, and friends. Welcome to Turning Point Toastmasters meeting number 43 times 11, that's 473. My name is Animesh, and it is my privilege to serve as a Toastmaster of the day. Our theme for this evening is from Baroda to Bangalore. All right. So, when we think about home, we think about comfort, we think about the familiar streets, the warm home cooked meals. Mummy ke haath ka khana. So mom cooked food, right? And a routine where everything flows effortlessly. For me, that was Baroda. I mean, I could probably tell you, oh, Sahyog Park, oh, Alkapuri, oh, race course road. You should go there, definitely. Life moved at a gentle pace, from quiet morning walks near Saiji Bagh to late night stops for Sevasar. Sometimes I even mom and I used to go for pani puri as well. Right? It was, and even papri load. It was a cozy world, where speed was never the priority. Moving to Bengaluru meant trading that predictable, ease for a massive, fast-paced city of endless contrasts. Right? It's a city where every corner feels like a different universe, and I'm guessing this is something folks in Delhi would probably relate to as well, right? You have white field, you have white field over here. White field is like a black hole. And of course, you have something called the Bengaluru traffic, the biggest monster, or something that most people look at as a monster until they realize they're contributing to it. But yeah, Whitefield is like a black hole for traffic. But it's also where the hot and happening places really are. It's also where all the hot and happening professional places really are. Right? Uh, Kind of feels like Cyber City or Noida Sector 62. Then you have Church Street, Indiranagar. Church Street feels like you walked into the front set, but it was thrown into Bangalore. Indiranagar, of course, feels a little bit like Sarojini Nagar, a little bit like a slew of cafes, and it carries that exact high energy weekend vibe of Connaught Place or Cyber Hub sometimes. And then, down at JP Nagar, Conan Kunte Cross, Chickpete is where you get the real market. Now that feels a little more like a lot more like Sarojini Nagar or Alkapuri in Baroda, Sarojini Nagar in probably Delhi, and of course in my if I were to pick one area from Baroda, it would be Marimatano Khanchu, which is where a lot of these shops really are, right? So whenever I missed home, I would I would want I would think of wandering through old Bangalore, which is where I currently live as well. Right? Places like Rajajinagar, Srirampura, which is where I actually live, and of course Malleshwaram. Stepping down tree-lined avenues, uh, cute little cute little streets, right? I with the aroma of filter coffee, I got that same nostalgic, soulful warmth. You feel walking around Old Delhi or the outskirts of Baroda. Baroda has this place called Ganganagar, which is basically a village in itself. But stepping into a big city demands adaptation. You need to learn Kannada. You would want to learn Kannada over here, mainly because you understand. Oh, well, there's a lot of Kannada going on around over here. At this moment, I am probably slightly fluent in Kannada in the sense that I can understand. So Kannada Bharat, as in I understand Kannada a little, right? Sitting in a quiet apartment or a quiet hostel room after a long day, you realize staying where everything is easy has a hidden cost. As someone rightly said, a life lived in safe routines is a life lived in half light. So the shift from the quiet streets of Baroda to a sprawling metropolis, it's not just geographical, like okay, this is where the road goes. No. It's a transition from who you were to who you are becoming. So back then I used to think about just, oh yes, Frankie, or oh let's I think we can get everything from this particular place. Huh? Sometimes you need to explore. So Bangalore turned me into an explorer of sorts. I mean, that's how I got to know about Church Street. That's how I got to know about many of these places where I can have a lot of, because I'm a big foodie. uh, so it's a transition from who you were to who you are becoming. It's about stepping into the full light of building a life on your own terms. So before I move into the main meeting, I I want each of you to reflect on within yourself, with yourselves. What is that big city move you're waiting to make in your own life? Or what is that big move you're waiting to make in your own life? For some, it might be a new career path, for maybe a habit that challenges you, or simply stepping up to speak for a lot of you, which when it feels easier to stay silent. All right, for the benefit of current would be should be Toastmasters, meetings are designed to help us grow in a supportive and structured environment. Our meeting generally consists of three parts. One, prepared speeches, where members deliver speeches from their learning paths, stepping outside their comfort zone to refine communication and leadership skills. Next, of course, table topics. That's where you learn to think on your feet, much like navigating from Indira Nagar to Srirampura without Google Maps. And then, of course, evaluations. It's the cornerstone of Toastmasters. It's the breakfast of champions. Our evaluators provide constructive feedback that helps us grow, find our footing and grow stronger. Our general evaluator for today is someone stepping up to lead our evaluation team, just like she led the club long ago and guide us toward excellence. I, in fact, had the opportunity to connect with her yesterday and learn that this is actually her comeback meeting. So, with a huge round of applause, please welcome our general evaluator for this meeting, Toastmaster Chandni Agarwal. Chandni, can we have you spotlighted? And let's have a quick audio and video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Yes, you are, and you're incredible. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Animesh. Dear esteemed guests and fellow Toastmasters, as a general evaluator for the day, my role is simply to observe the meeting from start to end, how things went, what was great, and what could be improved. And the best part is that I am not alone in this, but I'm going to be supported by my amazing tag team. Let me introduce you to my tag team. Timer role will be played by Seema Gupta. Seema, can you please come forward and explain your role?
Yes, absolutely, ma'am. A very warm good evening to one and all. I hope I'm clearly audible and visible. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know in the world there's only one treasure we all have, and everyone has got same 24 hours. Yes, I'm talking about the word the bird which flies never comes back. I am the timer, and I'm going to keep an hawk's eye on each and everyone's timings, whether it's prepared speech. The time limit would be 5 to 7 minutes. On five, sorry, yes, on five, green. On six, yellow color. On seven, I would be showing red. 30 minutes grace would be given on the either side, and the red card will continue until the time the speaker speaks, or the evaluator or the designed designated person is going to tell me. For table topics speakers, the time limit is 1 to 2 minutes. At 1, the green card will be shown. At 2, at 1 minute, my apology. At 1 minute 30 seconds, the yellow card will be shown. And at 2 minutes, the red card will be shown. In evaluation segment, the time limit is 2 to 3 minutes. So at 2, the green card will be shown. At 2:30, yellow card will be shown. At 3 minutes, the red card will be shown. Here, 30 minutes grace period will be given on the either side. The red card will remain up until the speaker is going to stop, unless otherwise instructed by the host or the general evaluator. So all in all, I'm going to provide my respective report at the end of the meeting when I'll be asked by my general evaluator. So let's all make the most, and I hand over the stage, the virtual stage, to Madam General Evaluator. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema. The R counter role will be played by Srishti. Srishti, can I please have you on the virtual stage and explain your role?
Yeah, hi. Am I audible and visible? All right,
Yes, you are.
okay. So thank you, everybody. Thank you, Toastmaster Chani, for introducing me. I am the accountant for the meeting today, and I will be using my authority to identify filler words or crutches which cause interruption in the speech, which distracts the attention of the audience, and reduce the impact of the speech. So I will make note of all the pauses or the unnecessary pauses, filler words, repetitions, used by speakers and role players. Filler words are sounds like you know, I mean, right, well, so, and unintentional sounds such as will also be noted. And any unintentional and excessively long pauses during the speeches will be noted by me. And I will be submitting my report in the evaluation session. So thank you for listening to me. I will be back later. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Chandni.
Thank you so much, Srishti. Now we have Piyush who will be playing as grammarian for today. Piyush, can I please have you here and introduce your role?
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandni. Is I'm audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, fellow and distinguished Toastmaster and guests. As a grammarian for the today meeting, I will note good usage and not so good usage of language by the speaker and role players. It is also my duty to provide word and phrase of the day. The word of the day is venturous. It's an adjective. It means willing to take risk, bold to undertake new challenges. The synonyms are brave, courageous, daring, etc. Some examples: venturous leader often venturous leader often embrace change and innovation. Taking a new role at the work often requires venturous mindset. I'll request everyone present to acknowledge the usage of word of the day with a thumbs up. The phrase of the day is fortune favors the brave. It means success and challenges often comes to the people who think, who take deliberate risk, step out of their comfort zone, and act with courage. Examples are many successful entrepreneurs achieve their goals because they believe fortune favors the brave. I have taken a grammarian role today. It might be a small step, small venturous step for me, but it's all say fortune favors the brave. I'll request everyone in the meeting to acknowledge the usage of phrase of the day with two thumbs up. Thank you, and back to you, General Evaluator Chandni.
Thank you, Piyush, and thank you so much, my tag team. I'll be back towards the end of the meeting where I'm going to present my full report. I'll be evaluating speech evaluators, officers, table topic speakers, and the overall meeting setup. Back to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Animesh.
Point of order, Chandni. Sanjida will be evaluating the table topic speakers, so you may invite her.
Okay,
Okay,
Sanjida,
Akhtar?
you said.
Yes, Sanjida.
Okay.
Okay.
Sanjida, can I please, do I need to invite her now? I'm really
No,
sorry.
that's okay. That's okay.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Hi everyone, am I audible? Hello, am I audible?
Can't see you for
Sanjita,
spotlighting, Sanjita.
Oh,
Sanjida, you're audible, and you'll be called during the
okay, all right, sorry.
evaluation session. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandni, for introducing your team. And of course, we'll keep note of all of them. We'll keep note of our shortcomings as well. Speaking of preparations, well, moving to a new city requires preparation, intent, and courage. And the exact same is, of course, true for our prepared speakers tonight. Every speech you hear represents hours of drafting, practicing, stepping past the safety of a blank page. We begin our prepared speeches section by introducing our first prepared speaker. Our first speaker is Toastmaster Vivek Adri, and you have seen Toastmaster Vivek Adri every single time he opens the meeting. I'd like to have Toastmaster Vivek spotlighted for a minute. And Toastmaster Vivek Atri is attempting a speech, obviously. His evaluator, Toastmaster Anshuman, should be spotlighted as well. And there we go. All right, Toastmaster Anshuman, I request you to read out the objectives for Toastmaster Vivek's speech project. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Animesh. Before even I get to the speech objectives, I asked Toastmaster Vivek that what exactly are you looking forward to in terms of getting feedback, particularly from the speech. So he mentioned pronunciation, confidence, and that was reflective of his self-analytical way. So Vivek has been someone who's pretty dedicated to joining every meeting, taking up best to the best role. So today's speech is the project is evaluation and feedback project where Toastmaster Vivek will be presenting a speech, taking a feedback and incorporating that feedback in the next speech from today and sharing that speech after correcting from today's feedback. So I really look forward to Toastmaster Vivek's speech timer. Please note the timing of the speech is going to be 5 to 7 minutes. I really look forward to your speech, Toastmaster Vivek. Over to you, Toastmaster Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anshuman, for reading out the objectives. Vivek, let's have a quick audio and video check.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, and you're visible as well. Yeah, I think your camera angle is also perfect. Yes. Let's have all right. So Toastmaster Vivek, from freeze to confidence. From freeze to confidence, Toastmaster Vivek.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Hello, everyone. Let me start to ask you a question firstly. Please raise your hand if you have even freeze on the stage even one on live. Yeah, that's great. Thank you. So today's speech, yeah, today's my topic is all about that exactly about that moment. Uh, Sorry guys. Wait. That was me in meeting number 457. When I was on when this was first time for me on the stage, and I am not able to complete a one sentence. So good evening everyone. This is Vivek. Today, no big success story, just a little bit more confidence than before. So let me start from beginning. Meeting number 456. When I was brand new in Turning Point Toastmaster, and on that in that meeting, Toastmaster Rupender was speaking on Oreo approach, opinion that was opinion, region, example, and opinion. I took screenshot on that meeting and told myself I will understand it later. Uh, then 1 week passed, second week passed. Then finally I clicked the Oreo. Sorry Rupender, it took me a while. Now after that meeting, Toastmaster Anand was sat with me and explained all over the club, all over Turning Point Toastmaster, and I officially joined the Turning Point Toastmaster. Now in next meeting, meeting number 457, I was nervous. I was nervous more than today. Nervousness is just like you can able to forget your name also. So on that meeting, I was waiting for my turn because I know my turn was coming, and finally my turn was coming. Table topic. In that meeting, a Toastmaster Meenakshi Gautam was play on table topic master, and she gave me table topic discount sale happiness. When she say discount sale happiness, Toastmaster Vivek and Toastmaster Vivek on top spotlights and totally blank. I was on spotlight. I'm totally blank. 1 second passed, second passed, and I say, sorry guys. Now that's moment. I finally get toast turning point Toastmaster spot. I feel it. On that point, Toastmaster Anand said, look at me and say, go for it, boss. I feel good. I say one sentence, then second, and again blank because I know that was my first time. Then Toastmaster Priyanka stepped in, but she don't say like keep going. She give me easy door to work to. She asked me, I also know that word. She asked me, hey Vivek, what did you buy in last sales? Tell me about your best product you bought. After that, I complete my table topic, my first table topic. And on that day, my Zoom was on gallery view. And while I was stuck, I could see the notes, the smile like today. People keep cheering me without saying a word. That silent sport is what got me through. After that, I don't stop myself. I did my icebreaker in next, and this is around my fifth speech. I have been timer, I have been table topic master, I have been toastmaster of the day, and today I am also uh, from last some meetings. I am also stepping in into sergeant at arms. All of it with Toastmaster Anand, Toastmaster Rupender, and Toastmaster Premka standing behind me the whole way. Thank you all of you guys. And It is not just inside this club anymore. Last week, I noticed that I speaking in English normal discussion too. I'm not planning that kind of vocab and words. It's come with flow. Even I started reading an English book, something I used to hesitate even pick up. So guys, the person who once said sorry guys is now the person who opened the meeting and welcome all of you through the door. And this page itself, this is it, my last page of level 1. The evaluation part I did in last some meetings, and after this after evaluation of this page, my level 1 is complete. So to our guest, to our guest here today, if some part of you are thinking, I could never speak like that, remember one thing: only 16 meetings ago, that person was me. This club, your guys are sport. This club does not wait for you to be ready. It just hold you until you are. Okay, should I look like confidence? Well, anyone? I looked confident or not? Yes, Mr. Evaluator, please look at that. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vivek. That was an uplifting speech. And I think you should have called this Timid No More. I think this I think that title would have suited this one much better. Well, let's take a minute of let's take a minute to provide feedback to Toastmaster Vivek. Timer, please start uh, the timer for a minute. And please provide this feedback in personal chat as well as in the group chat.
Tima, show a green card after 1 minute.
That's a minute over. All right. That seems like a minute over now. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for the timing cue. Our next speaker for this meeting is Toastmaster Anant. Toastmaster Anant, can we have you spotlighted?
I should be available here. Just give me a second.
Sure. So while that happens, while he sets himself up for his speech, just a quick word about Toastmaster. Oh, okay. Yeah. Just a quick word about Toastmaster Anand. I met Toastmaster Anand about 8 years ago. And I was a fledgling back then, a fledgling Toastmaster. And well, look at me now. And look at him now, by the way, leading a leading a club, becoming a pillar. Back then he used to be the pillar for me. So I still remember the day he had his farewell meeting at my university Toastmaster club. And well, oof, since then it's been regular chats with him, regular check-ins with him sometimes. And very recently he also helped me with a lot of things. not just in Toastmasters, but beyond. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. Can we have Toastmaster Anand's evaluator, Toastmaster Sadhna, to read out his speech objectives? Do we have Toastmaster Sadhna at the meeting?
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Sadhna, you're audible and
Yes.
you're visible. Go ahead and read out the objectives. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Animesh. So it's a privilege to be evaluating such seasoned speaker today. And he's attempting level 4 speech. Path is motivational strategies. And the title is Building a Social Media Presence. The objective is explain how to effectively use different types of online communication and demonstrate how to create and maintain a social media profile for a personal or professional purpose, as well as motivate the audience by sharing practical strategies and examples for developing a meaningful social media presence. Thank you so much, and all the best to our speaker and Toastmaster Anand. And okay. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sadhna, for reading out the objectives. Also, point of order, Toastmaster Seema as the timer. His timings are 5 to 7 minutes. Is that correct, Toastmaster Anand? Thank you. Now, Toastmaster Anand, let's have a quick audio and video check. You're on mute.
I should be audible and visible now.
Yes, you're audible and visible. So, Toastmaster Anand, easy peasy. Easy peasy. Toastmaster Anand.
Hello there, Turning Point Toastmasters and visiting Toastmasters, guests, everyone. Good evening. Let's unmute and shout back. Good evening.
Good evening,
evening.
sir.
Good evening.
Good evening,
Fantastic.
sir.
Fantastic.
Good evening.
How many of you would say that unlike Anshuman and unlike a little bit like Rupinder, you are afraid of technology or don't find it that easy? How many of you find AI or Claude or ChatGPT or Gemini too clunky for your taste? Raise a hand. Yeah, even Rupinder himself says half a hand. Fine. How about Chandni? How about Piyush? Okay, I will not ask Piyush. Piyush seems like a tech savvy guy. But Chandni, how about you?
I used to hate tech until a few years ago, but given the fact that how easy it makes our life, I'm absolutely in love with the tech.
Good that you learned how to mute and mute on Zoom as well today. See, this is the point. Technology can be frightening at times, especially when there is so much AI driven content floating around us that when you have a look at Instagram, and if you are an upcoming YouTuber, podcaster, content creator, you feel afraid. Wow, God, I wish I could make content like this. And you go into your shell. I have been there and I have seen that. This year, however, something changed. I have drawn a line where I say, A, I'm not in it alone. And B, I don't need to break a mountain. Let me step one stair at a time and see how it happens. So I'll show today what I have done for after many years of procrastination or stagnancy for my own NGO. I have started calendarizing the upcoming events, occasions, etc., and generate output of reels, short videos, and regular posters that I'm uploading. And immediately within last 10 days or so, I have realized that it's not about uploading that one poster and waiting for people to like it. My family members don't like it. Even they don't put any engagement over it. And if I get into taking names over people present in this meeting, we will have a fight. So let's not do that and let's not be there. But what I have observed in last 10 days itself is once you consistently start putting output of good, decent enough quality, if even one of them engages people, the rest of the content also starts engaging people. So I have started putting one poster at a time. Let's say today is what? Any particular occasion today? Anyone? Yeah, there
The
is.
Turning Point Toastmasters meeting.
Other than that, there is a world outside Toastmasters as well.
Meeting number
Thursday.
473.
Beginning of Savan.
Yes, beginning of Shravan Mass, right? So I simply put a poster over there. It may have attracted some kind of crowd. Before that, I have put Chandrasekhar Azad Jayanti, Lokmanya Tilak Jayanti, or before that, I have put National Tigers Day. Upcoming Sunday, we have Friendship Day. So every kind of poster will put different kind of people into engagement with the brand. That's my NGO. How about I give you a quick walkthrough of what I have been doing and how I have been doing. So these are the posters that we were able to create starting this month, July 1st. Do you like these posters? Quick yes or no. Mute, unmute. I can't see your screen.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they're pretty
yes,
good.
yes.
Yes, we do.
These are pretty good, right?
Yeah,
These are.
Would you like to know how we have been making these?
through AI.
And
AI.
not alone through AI. So that's what I want to talk about here today. It's not this AI alone. It's creating a workflow. What I do, I and I have an accomplice over there in the meeting for that. I told about delegating it, right? So I have Renu, who is not just our club member. She also works with Muktidhara in an office administrative assistant capacity. What I have asked her to do is part of the responsibility she handles is make a list of upcoming occasions well in advance, prepare some creative ideas using Canva, creating creative ideas using Chat GPT or Gemini or any other tools for the visual creativity. And then put that on Canva to edit further. That's how we have been maintaining the correct logo, correct color contrast, the brand elements like logo, color, font size, all these things like Toastmasters, how Toastmasters does. In Canva, the tricky part is how do we uh, generate something on GPT and add it on Canva? Well, that's the tricky part. How many of you are aware of it? Excellent. If not, it's a very easy fix. I'll share a 10-second reel in the WhatsApp group today, in the club group, and you all can do that. It's quite easy. And today, your smartphone is powerful enough to do that. Now, why do I deliver this meeting here, this speech here today in this meeting? The purpose here is how about we use this to our club's advantage as well. Let's say the upcoming Sunday is Friendship Day. I will simply upload or float a form today, not just for members, but members and guests alone. And the sole purpose will be to collect the photographs. One photograph, your headshot, provided to us voluntarily, any photograph that you want. I'll simply create a collage of photos for the upcoming Friendship Day, not just with members, but members and regular guests alone together. We have more than 400 people in our guest group. Imagine the kind of collage we can create. And all we need to do is employ ChatGPT and Canva in automated mode to do that. Well, that's how you can create and sustain your own brand using the technology. It's no longer clunky. There is a virtue in it. That's my message for all of us. And do look forward to my form link to be floated. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. That was a very informative speech. I will definitely be looking forward to that reel. Uh, Toastmaster Seema, let's start a timer for 1 minute. Let's take a minute for providing feedback to our speaker, Toastmaster Anand, as well. Seema, let's start with that. And that's 1 minute done. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema. Thank you so much, everyone, for providing feedback. If you haven't, of course, send feedback later. We'll now, so if we'll now mark the end of the prepared speeches section. Of course, before we move ahead, Tech Master, can we have the polls for the prepared speeches, the poll for the prepared speeches section, please?
We'll launch along with table topic directly.
That's better. Thank you so much. Well then, this marks the end of the prepared speeches section. But if prepared speeches represent the deliberate planning, table topics represents that sudden moment you find yourself stuck at a chaotic intersection at Gun and Kutte Cross with no map. It asks us to trust ourselves, adapt in real time, and speak without a safety net. Our table topics master today is someone who knows a thing or two about taking on new challenges with bots. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Komal Singh, the table topics master for this meeting. Can we have Toastmaster Komal spotlighted? Thank you so much. Toastmaster Komal, over to you.
Thank you. Firstly, let's have a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Animesh. A very good evening, our fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. Our life is full of unexpected journeys. Some journeys where we move from a small city to a big city, while other where we move from a comfort zone to get a new opportunities. Along the way, we collect a lot of stories, lessons, and memories. So today is your chance to share those stories through our table topic. Just think and speak from your heart. So before starting this section, I'll share with you few ground rules that we follow here in table topics section. So I'll share with you random topic. You have to think on your feet and speak for 1 to 2 minutes. At 1 minute, you will see green card. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, you will see yellow card. And at 2 minutes, you will see red card. And after that, you will see you will get 30 seconds of grace period of time to wrap up your speech. The best part is guests can also participate in this section. So I'll encourage everybody whoever is not participate or not spoken yet, I will encourage those to come and speak. So now let's start with this section with our veteran Toastmaster. So I would like to start with our champion, Toastmaster Rupinder, to speak on the first topic. Rupinder, are you ready?
When the stage calls, you answer.
Yes, thank you so much. So Toastmaster Rupinder, for you, the topic is home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. Toastmaster Rupinder, over to you.
I truly believe in that statement. Home is where the heart is. I say that because I have stayed in a place that would have made for a beautiful home, but my heart was not there. And I'm right now in a place where my heart is, but given a chance, I could be in a better place. And somehow I don't want to go there. Confused. Let me explain. Madam Topics Master, fellow Toastmasters, and could be, would be, should be Toastmasters. In 2023, I moved to Canada. And I got what every new immigrant in Canada aspires for. A stable job, a good job, a job where I could grow, a job where I earned well, and a job that was fairly permanent. And yet, every morning, I would yearn for home. You see, I was staying alone. My wife was in Canada, but she was in a different province. And in Canada, provinces are not like Punjab and Haryana. They are separated by time zones. So you can imagine how far that was. My son was here in India taking care of his grandparents. And my brother, he stays in Netherlands with his family. So it was a scattered family that we had. And every festival, even though I don't celebrate festivals, I would miss my family. I have seen at least 4 people pass away and not being there at their death ceremonies. I've seen a friend become a mother and not being there for her. I've had a friend pass away, a very dear friend. But perhaps the most what I missed was this camaraderie. You see, I could go into any Toastmasters club there and they would shake hands and they would offer to drop me and everything. But there was nothing like that homely feeling that District 41 and now District 224 give. So to your point, I totally agree. Home is where the heart is. Madam Topics Master.
Thank you. Let's have a huge round of applause for our Toastmaster Bender. Thank you so much for sharing a part of you. Now, who would like to participate next? Toastmaster Vipul, Toastmaster Shara, or any other who have not spoken
Sarah
yet?
has raised her hand. Let's go with her.
Okay, Sarah. Can we do a audio video check? Audio check.
Can you hear and see me?
Yes, I can. Clear. Okay, Sarah, for you, the topic is a place that changed me. A place that changed me, Toastmaster Shara. Over to you.
A place that changed me is my current college, which is Bharti College for Women, because it was the first time I ever entered an all women's atmosphere, and it has genuinely made a significant impact on myself. I spent my entire schooling in co-ed schools only. So entering a all-women's college was surprising, to say the least. But when I entered the college on my little first day, I remember being so scared of meeting new people, and just going inside the classroom only scared me so much. But there was a girl who did not even know me. She did not even live in Delhi. She was from Faridabad, and she very kindly gave me a tour of the entire college, even though she did not even have to do that. And after that tour with that girl, I found my class, and immediately people started to invite me to various clubs in the college, various societies in college. And I never thought that an all women space could be so positive, because I was always of the mindset that a women's college is very boring. But that perception has been shattered to its bits and pieces, and I could not have been wrong. So to say which place has changed me the more, it is definitely my college, Bharti College for Women. And if you're a girl looking for an all-women's college, Delhi University, Bharti College has got you covered. Topic Master.
Thank you so much for sharing your story. I totally relate, and it reminded me my college days. So thank you so much for that. Now, Vipul, let's let's have an audio video check.
Am I audible and visible?
Can you spotlight? Yes, yes. Yeah, you are audible. Toastmaster Vipul, for you, the topic is First day in a new city. First day in a new city, Toastmaster Vipul. Over to you.
First day in a new city. I vividly remember the day of almost 13 years back when I stepped into my college. I am a resident of Kota, but my college was in Delhi. So I moved from the tier to Kota city to in a metro, Delhi. And that day, I was very much excited in the train. I was going to join my college. Day one, I was coming from the railway station towards my campus. I vividly remember an instance where an auto driver was there, and I asked him, "Where is the campus gate?" And he told me, "Just sit and I will take you." He just took a U-turn and dropped me on the opposite side of the road. And I told him, "You could have just told me, could have walked there." Then he told, "Welcome to Delhi." So that is an instance that I totally remember, that is a new city for me, Delhi, and totally changed me. I was a naive kid when I was in my hometown, Kota, but as I entered Delhi and I lived here for 5 years, it has completely changed me, somewhat in a better way, maybe. I think so. From a kid to you can say adult, it had taught me how to navigate through the ways of life. You will get different kind of people, some good, some bad, and but you have to learn the lessons of life, that smilingly you have to work with each of one of them and navigate your way. And after that instance, when I went to the campus, I found people all over India, uh, some of my you can say college mates, and they were coming all across India. So from Delhi, there are very few people who are born in Delhi. Most of us are immigrants from another cities, and we bring our own culture into the city. And that's what the thing I like lot about Delhi. It's a mix of a lot of cultures, and you can find anything what you are willing to see. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vipul, for sharing your first day. I also remind me my first day of college when I joined BTech in Odisha, and moving from my small city in Bihar to moving to another state where the language and everything was different. So it was very difficult for me to communicate because they don't know Hindi or they also don't know English. So it was a difficult for me. But yes, thank you so much. Who would be participating next?
We have Snepal. We also have Renu. We
Snepal,
have
Anu.
Piyush.
Seema has also requested, since it's
Seema is a role player, so I'm just going with the people who've not played a role.
I'll come to you if we have time.
Yeah.
So I'll start with Snepal. Snepal, can we do audio check? Can you speak?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are. So for you, the topic is my favorite city. My favorite city, Toastmaster Snepal. Over to you.
1995, the month of June, a small town boy landed in a big city. The name which is familiar with all, Delhi. Not that it is my favorite city, but a place that gave me shelter. After I graduated from Nagpur, after I led my initial years in a place called as Bhilai, the small town, this small town boy got mature in the city. I'm sure nostalgia is one feeling which most of you would relish. If yes, I would want you to raise your hand. To the extent, I strongly believe that nostalgia sells at a premium. When I say that, I can quote an example. A bike called Yamaha, if today the same bike is available, you may want to pay premium of at least 2x. And there are examples. Vespa got sold at 2x of a competitive brand because of nostalgia. So I do have a lot of nostalgia for a place where I belong to, Bhilai. My favorite city? Till date, I'm not sure. But of course, yes, I do give a lot of credit to the city that gave me shelter, that taught me how to align with people. To the extent, I would like to say something, one statement in Punjabi with a translation in English. Hope that's okay. Delhi na ਰਹਿਣ ਜੋਗੀ na ਛੱਡਣ ਜੋਗੀ. That means Delhi not worth living. Delhi not worth living. Different. Living. 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 Leving. Why? I'm stuck there for so long. But my heart still is somewhere else. And right now I'm in Chennai. I keep moving. I joined this session because it was Baroda to Bangalore. I was in Bangalore yesterday. I was in the transit. So I'm still looking forward to my favorite city. I have miles to go before I sleep. I don't know what's my favorite city. But of course, yes, credit goes to every place I travel. Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Snehpal. Delhi people totally relate to you. Now coming to our next speaker, we have Renu, Snigdha, Anu, Bhuvan. Who would like to speak next?
We also have Hussain. We
Hushan,
have
yes.
Bhuvan, Piyush. Oh, Renu has raised her hand.
Renu, yes. Renu, for you, the topic is...
Wait. Renu, can you switch the video on and please do the audio video check first?
Yes.
Renu, can you hear us?
I think...
I don't hear a sound.
Yeah. So,
By
meanwhile...
the time she corrects her audio.
She's connected.
She is here. Yeah.
Renu,
audio check.
Renu, why don't you remove this headphone? Try speaking now. All right, we'll come to you for the next topic.
Renu, for you, the topic is...
Wait, we will go to Renu for next topic. Let's go to someone else. Bhuvan has video on.
Bhuvan, can you speak a little?
Am I audible, Komal?
Yes, you are. So for you, the topic is starting from scratch. Starting from scratch, Toastmaster Bhuvan, over to you.
It reminds me of something that a company that I closely follow called Amazon. It says that every day is a day zero or a day one, right? Things are so volatile these days that especially the advent of AI and machine learning, that everything seems to have changed of late. Whatever that you would have taken for granted in earlier days, now the paradigm has shifted. If I talk about my profession, I've been in engineering for last 13 years. Now when I step into my workplace, it's absolutely different. So in a way, I'm starting from scratch every other day. I have to adapt to new skills, new tools, new ways of working. The old ways of working don't seem to work anymore. You have things like Claude and OpenAI, ChatGPT, and things like that to help you out. Plus, there are other associated challenges as well when you bring in those those AI tools. So you have to envision yourself, especially as a senior member in the team. How do you govern those AI practices, those security practices in your organization? So good for a challenge. However, yes, things are changing very rapidly. And I was listening to an Elon Musk podcast today. He was like that money will cease to exist by the next 10 years. So you can imagine the kind of change that is going to happen in another decade or so. Now, when I look at my street, I see a lot of cars going around. There's a lot of traffic situation. Think about it. All those cars may go away, and you might have things like taxis roaming around the cars and drones which are carrying human beings right now. They are being experimented for emergency purposes. But then they might be the go-to travel mode. I've been hearing that Indigo is piloting from Delhi to Gurugram drone system to carry human beings. So, in a way, a lot of first, and we are starting from scratch in a lot of places. Exciting things for humanity going forward. Over to you, Komal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Bhuvan. Renu, are you there?
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, Renu. Komal, this will be the last topic.
Yes, yes. So, Renu, for you, the topic is a memorable journey. A memorable journey, Toastmaster Renu. Over to you.
When I am in MA, train when I'm in MA's final year, I got the job in TCS as a training BPO. And first time for a job, I step away from my home to the another city alone without my family, and I lived there something around 2 to 3 months, and the whole period, 2 to 3 months, the whole time period, will the memorable things of my life, because and at that period I experienced a lot of things like how to manage financial conditions alone without our parents, and how to manage things, how to live in society, even without your parents. That experience is different, and it was my first job, first professional job. Mm, so that is my memorable journey. That journey is memorable. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you so much. I can totally understand. We can learn a lot when we stay alone, we travel alone. So thank you everybody for wonderful participation. Let's have a huge round of applause for everybody who has participated. Now it's time to hand over our stage to our wonderful Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Animesh. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Komal, for conducting this amazing table topic session. Uh, Folks, we now have the best table topic speaker poll up and running. Please vote for your favorite table topic speaker for who you thought was the best, according to you. Let's take a minute to do that. Or while we do that,
you carry along.
all right. Thank you. So thinking about this leap from big from home to a big city, learning to feel at home, whether it's in Malaysia or Whitefield, Gurgaon, or probably Indiranagar, or in my case, Sri Rampura, reminds me of a thought on personal growth. It's not about progress is not about changing who you are. It's about expanding who you can be. That said, when I do miss Baroda a little, so I'm just gonna say some. So I do have a bit of a verse over here that says a नए शहर के नए रास्ते, नई बस्तियों के नए मकान, कोई पूछे मुझसे कि खो गया मेरा पुराना नगर कहाँ. New parts of a new city, new houses and new neighborhoods. Someone asked me, where did my old hometown get lost? Turns out, the answer is not really lost. Just the vibes came along with it. Well, with that, thank you so much for sticking with me through this journey. I do have a few things to say, but at the moment, of course, I will hand it over to the general evaluators just to give you a bit of a brief. Prepared speeches showed us the power of intentional preparation. Table topics demonstrated our ability to thrive in the unexpected. And now, general evaluation helps us look in the mirror, evaluate our journey, and learn how to navigate even better next time. So let us welcome back our general evaluator for this evening, Toastmaster Chandni Agarwal. Toastmaster Chandni, the floor is
Am I
yours.
audible and visible?
Yes, you're audible and visible. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Animesh. Now we move into the evaluation section, which is also a very, very important part of a meeting because, as they say, feedback is the breakfast for champions. So first of all, I would like to call our speech evaluator, Anshuman, who was the first speech evaluator for the prepared speech. He is going to evaluate our very first speaker, Vivek. Can I please have you here, Anshuman?
Yes, am I audible and visible? Toastmaster.
Yes.
Allow me to spotlight you once.
All right. Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Chandni. So, confidence and pronunciation, besides an epic speech, did Toastmaster Vivek meet all these criteria? Let's figure out. So, Toastmaster Vivek started us on a journey which a lot of us Toastmasters go through. But all of us have a unique milestones, unique baseline to work with, and a supportive community which is especially there in Turning Point Toastmasters. And all of that, Toastmaster Vivek very aptly baked in to his entire script, where we could visualize from day one when he entered, he gave the icebreaker, how he was encouraged by Toastmaster Anant, Priyanka, Rupinder to complete his icebreaker, how his confidence slowly built up. And at the end, he asked me, was I confident? Of course, you were confident, Toastmaster Vivek. Another mark of confidence was the long gaps you had at the end of uh, coming to a key pointer. That did I go blank or went blank, and then you had a blank space. So that is usually masterful. Sorry, masterful conversationalists or masterful speakers who are able to do that. You being able to do that at this early stage of your Toastmaster career is fantastic. So do retain that, having long pauses, having appropriate pauses. Besides, your hand gestures were quite appropriate. You utilized the stage well and took us through your journey. What you can do to challenge yourself next time is, first of all, the camera positioning. So your body language was a bit slouched, a bit in the front. Ideally, an up straight posture is what is recommended. My understanding was because your camera positioning was so low, you had to bend and deliver the speech, which was coming out to be a bit odd. So next time, please try to keep the camera at an eye level position, or at least like at a neck level position. So your body posture is already uptight and upright. even then, if you observe that it's bending, then you have to like ensure that you're upright. That will add to the confidence that you're displaying. Second part of your speech about the pronunciation that you mentioned, right? So I think unique pronunciation adds to the charm of the speaking. Just that it should be clear to the audience what are the words you are speaking. So you might want to go back into a recording, check were all the words legible to you, or you can take feedback from your friends, your mentor. It are the words, individual words, understandable to the audience. If they are, that's fine. Then you do not have to stress too much about changing your dialect. But if you really want to practice that, you might want to shadow, say, on YouTube, the native speakers, copy them, do repetitions, and that will improve your diction. So, overall, great narrative, good confidence, good use of the stage. What you can work on is one, camera positioning, second is your diction through practice. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Chandni.
Thank you so much, Anshuman. Now, can I please have our next prepared speech evaluator, Sadhana, to evaluate Toastmaster Anand? Sadhana, can I please have you here?
Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
All right. So first of all, it's my privilege, as I already said, to hear our veteran Toastmaster Anand. And so I'd like to share my evaluation with a few commendations and recommendations that I felt while listening to the speech. So coming to the commendation, I would say that Toastmaster Anand has chosen a topic that is highly relevant in today's digital world. So we could all connect with that. And the body language enthusiasm and vocal variety were already, they were top notch. And the real life example of how he connected is the NGO Mukti Dhara that uses social media to design posters and reach people. So that made your speech authentic and credible. And it showed that you were speaking from your experience. So we could connect with that. And second is you shared some practical tools and apps that we can use, and you connected it with Toastmaster meeting as well, that how we can make it more effective. And these actionable suggestions actually helped us achieve the objective of help you achieve the objective of educating the audience about building a social media presence. Now, as coming to the recommendation, I felt that use the opening and the conclusion could have been much stronger and more effective. So you begin by asking how many of you face difficulty in using technology. So though it involved the audience, I personally felt that it could have been more impactful if we could have connected it with some surprising statistic, or maybe holding a poster or something and connecting it with your experience or any moment, memorable moment, or interesting fact about any YouTube channel or Instagram page, how you learn from that, something like that. And then coming to conclusion, I felt it ended a little abruptly. It could have ended up with a memorable takeaway or any call to action that could have encouraged us to start building our digital media presence and make your message more impactful. But overall, I always love and admire listening to speakers like Toastmaster Anand, and overall the energy, confidence, the examples, everything was top notch, informative basically, and it was very much relevant. So overall, it was good to hear the speech, and we could just get inspired by his speech. So thank you for sharing your experience with us, and we look forward to your upcoming speeches. So thank you so much, and over to you, Toastmaster, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sadhana. Now let's move to hear the reports from our tag team. Seema, Toastmaster Seema, can I please have you on board and
Point
present
of
your
order,
final
you
report?
have to also call the table topic speech evaluator, Sanjita.
Oh, I'm really sorry. Yeah. Sanjita, can we please have you here and evaluate the table topic speakers? Sanchita, am I audible to you? Are you
Yes,
here?
you are. Sorry, I was just trying to, unmute myself. Just a minute. Hi, everyone. Not sure if I'm visible. Sorry, my laptop is acting up, so I had to use the extended screen.
We can hear you, we can see you.
Amazing. Can I start?
Yes, please.
Hi, everyone.
Timer 3 to 5 minutes. 3, 4, 5 for green, yellow, red.
Okay. My time starts now, I think. Hi, everyone. First of all, I'd like to thank the table topic master for giving such a relatable topic or easy topic. And I'd also like to thank all the table topic speaker for coming up and raising and volunteering themselves to put into that situation. Now, I'll just put, two sentences basically as per my observation, the good and the and not so good thing. First of all, Rupinder, I think with you, it's always I don't see any flaw, or I don't think you have anything to improve as per me. The story was quite good. It was flowing as if it happened yesterday. You had entire feeling as if like it just happened to you, right? You talked about missing home, loneliness, and you kind of said that home is basically people and community and not a place. So I really like that. And you also mentioned about how it feels like to be away from home, and I totally relate to that because I have been doing that since last 7-8 years. Moving to Sarah, a place that has changed me. Sarah, I really like the storyline that you have chosen, or the story that you have chosen. Many of us have a stereotype basically with respect to similar gender schools and colleges. Thank you for bringing that up and stating that fun can be happening at any place or any institution, irrespective of the gender, and how any institution, irrespective, can change our uh, our understanding, or can give us exposure. So it all boils down to an institution and people around us, the environment basically. The only recommendation that I have for you is that when you are thinking or saying a story, make sure that you have an objective. Let's say, for example, you mentioned that it's an interesting story, but what is your take, like how it has changed during last 3 months or whatever semester you are in? Let's say, for example, you are in second semester, like how it has changed you as a person. Maybe start with that, and you can take 30 minutes of 30 seconds of grace time just to think and collect your story, and then start. Your hand gesture was on point. The only thing that I've seen that you were not constantly looking at the camera. Maybe you can improve on that. Other than that, I felt it was good. Vipul, 13 years old story. I take time when I'm sharing something uh, that old, at least a decade old. I would take literally too much of time, but you have literally have shared how city can change a person's perspective, how exposure can give you, um, how exposure can change you as a person. Uh, and you also mentioned how what culture assimilation has done to you, right? So I think those were um, maybe you can fragment the story a little bit, like this is the first story being the first paragraph being how you started from tier 2 city, how you were in tier 2 city, and how tier 1 has helped you to shift your perspective, and then closing it by saying that these are my takeaways. Overall, your hand gestures and eye contact were on point. Moving to Snehpal, I think uh, your uh, sorry, there's some distraction here. So sorry about that. Yeah, Snehpal, I think your eye contact was on point. You had good hand gesture as well. I really liked when you said you don't have a favorite city, because I believe in the fact that we love some parts of all the cities, right? We can't love in a whole, because a city has so much to give, and we learn, we evolve in a city. You also talked about nostalgia and how how it kinds of like uh, gets how you were trying to weave a story, but I didn't understand, or I was not able to comprehend why you brought in nostalgia with the topic of favorite city. Probably you're just trying to bring in all those memories, maybe in that way. But I think that was only my point. Other than that, good storytelling. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Bhuvan, starting from scratch, I really like that you have quoted Amazon and how AI is bringing in change, and you have you have also talked about the challenges in AI. You have also talked about how, in a decade or two, how maybe the entire transportation and logistic would change. But the topic was regarding you, like how you were starting from scratch. Either you stick to that, or maybe you know or maybe stick to just AI and talk about its merits and demerits. I do remember that you have spoken about the governance and security aspect, maybe talked about the AI framework, how the government can bring in AI frameworks and regulation, and how it can change, help, put things at place at least, and not misuse. Other than that, I think you were looking at the camera. You need to give a little bit of space so that people can see your hand gestures, and your eye contact was on point. Moving on to Renu, memorable journey. Renu, I really liked that you have shared your experience about your first job. That's a good start. And you talked about how you manage your finances and how you navigate as a woman. I do understand where you're coming from, because we are always either surrounded by our family members, someone or other. So when we are going in a new city, it becomes literally very difficult, maybe, so to say, to navigate on our own. So those 2 to 3 months has given you that kind of confidence. um, I think you might have a lot more to say, but since your thought process was not collected at point of time, so you were just trying to recollect that story. So I would suggest you maybe have, you know, maybe maintain a journal or something of that sort, which would help you to talk in this particular situations, whether in Toastmasters or not. Apart from that, um, your eyes, where you had a good eye contact, but again, like, coming to your hand gestures, I feel like can be improved. Other than that, I don't have any recommendation. Overall, net everyone has done really good job. Thank you. That's all from my side. Over to you, madam. Yeah, Chandani.
Hi, Chandni. Hope you are there. By the time Chandni comes back, presiding officer, would
Let's
you
move
want
on
to
with
share
the
the announcements?
now let's move on with the reports. Uh, let's start with the grammarian first, and
Yep.
then We'll go to the R counter and finally we'll end with the timer.
Sure.
Okay.
Spotlighting grammarian.
Yes, am I audible and visible?
Yes,
You
you
are
are
you.
audible, you're visible. Go ahead.
Starting with my report, I'll start with some good usage of language. During the meeting, I have found some very good words and phrases. These were conjured, which means to create or produce something imaginatively. Enlightening, which means informative and insightful. Inquisitive air alive in him. Strong sense of curiosity. It means then fledging, which means new, inexperienced. Clunky, which means awkward. And then camaraderie, which means feeling of friendship, and this advent, which means arrival, and paradigm, which is model, pattern, or framework, and dialect. Moving ahead with the not so usage of language. So someone has used hot and happening twice. Instead of hot and happening, we can use buzzing and vibrant. Then someone has said second week passed. It should be second week has passed. Whoever not participated, it should be whoever has not participated. I lived here for 5 years. It should be I have been living here for the past 5 years. Mixed culture, instead of mixed culture, we can use diverse culture. That's all from my side. Thank you.
Chandni, are you there? Do you want me to take over?
Yes, I am there.
Sorry,
So
do
I
you want to
could
take over?
hear Anand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear the grammarian report. I
We're moving to our
assume the
counter and then the
timer.
timer.
Yeah, timer and our counter are done already.
No,
No.
we're going to do our counter next and then the timer. You can take it from here.
Okay, thank you so much. So can we please have Srishti to present her our counter report?
Hi, just checking. Am I audible and visible? I am just
You are audible, but I can't see you.
okay. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can.
All right. I just want to. I don't have sharing permissions.
Allowed now.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. Can you see my screen now? I think overall today I found very few cases in which Toastmasters were using any filler or crutch words. So, congratulations to everyone here at Turning Point because we're really doing well on our counter report. That being said, I do have some instances, but as you can see, most of my report is sparsely populated. So, that means that people have reduced their usage of using crutch words and filler words. So, I'll go by order. I've only recorded the crutch words or the filler words where I felt that it actually led to an impediment in the speech and disrupted the flow of the speech rather than every single instance of something that came as a natural pause or a natural utterance. So, Toastmaster Vivek, I did notice some ums, a one double crutch and one pause, which I felt was a little too long. But with the distinguished Toastmaster Anant, I did not find anything that impeded your speeches, impeded your speech. Coming to table topics, Toastmaster Rupinder, no surprise there. I think you were quite fluent without the use of crutch words. Toastmaster Sarah, I did notice a couple of instances, a total of and ums and being and double crutch. Toastmaster Vipul, I noticed a few R's and ums. Then Toastmaster Renu, I've noticed a few ums and R's. When it came to evaluations, Toastmaster Anshuman, I noticed a couple of R's. Toastmaster Sadhna noticed a couple of R's, and Toastmaster Table Topics Master Evaluator or Table Topics Evaluator, Toastmaster Sanjida, I did notice more than a few ums and ahs, and a few other crutch words. Now, moving on to the role players. With the Toastmaster of the day, I did notice a few crutch words, as is natural because you do have a lot more speaking to do. So, here I've noted them down. And the table topics master, I did notice one long pause in between. And that concludes my report. Thank you so much. And handing it over back to our general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Srishti. Now, can we please have our grammarian Toastmaster Seema to present? Sorry, can we please have timer Toastmaster Seema to present her report?
Absolutely. Thank you so very much, ma'am, and everyone for giving me the opportunity. Well, I'm ready. First and foremost, I want to apologize for some technical glitches that happened and occurred at my place. On the contrary, I tried to keep a record, and I hope that I'm going to do the justice. Still, if you find any discrepancies, you can let me know. So first and foremost, I would start with our meeting. Our meeting started dot at time. We are known for punctuality. Yes, we started dot time, and after that, Sergeant at Arm spoke for 3 minutes. Thereafter, the president took the stage and he spoke for 6 to 7 minutes. After that, Toastmaster of the day overall spoke for 11 minutes, 60 seconds, which means 12 minutes. Then we started with yes, indeed, during the Toastmaster tenure, we started with the prepared speaking segment, where the first speaker, spoke for 7 minutes, and the another speaker, which is who was the second speaker, Toastmaster Anand, he spoke for 7 minutes 21 seconds. Thereafter, table topic section took place, and here first, we started with Toastmaster Rupinder, DTM Rupinder, who spoke for 2 minutes 44 seconds. As per my record, I might be wrong, so I leave it to sir himself. Number 2 was the participant, Toastmaster Sara. She took 1 minute 58 seconds. Third, Toastmaster Vipul. He took 1 minute 59 seconds. Fourth, Toastmaster Snehpal Singh. Well, I would say you spoke really good, but you spoke for 3 minutes, 3 seconds. I'm sorry to say you are disqualified. Then number 5, Toastmaster Bhuvan. He spoke for 3 minutes, 6 seconds, so he's also disqualified. And yes, indeed. Last but not the least, in the table topic section, Toastmaster Renu spoke for 1 minute 43 seconds. So it was all about till table topic segment. Now moving forward and taking it forward to evaluation round, the general evaluator started with first and foremost with the evaluator. So evaluator number 1, that means Toastmaster Anshuman Mishra, he took 3 minutes 19 seconds. Another evaluator, Toastmaster Sadhna G, she spoke for 2 minutes 37 seconds. And then table topic evaluator, she gave such a detailed and insightful evaluation. However, the time limit was 8 minutes 57 seconds, which means approximately 9 minutes. After that, the grammarian, Toastmaster Piyush Jain, he took 1 minute 29 seconds. And then to the counter, Toastmaster Srishti ji, she spoke for 3 minutes 19 seconds. All in all, everyone, I would say life is meant for adventurers, and human beings are meant to live the life of fortune, and time is a constraint. So yes, life does favor the bold. So are we keeping a record of our precious gift, that is time? With this, I'm done with my respective report, and I hand over the stage to the Madam General Evaluator. Thank you so much, ma'am. And with this, I spoke 2 minutes 44 seconds. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema, for such a detailed report. And I really have to appreciate your energy that even with the role of timer that just requires reading out the times, you still bring a lot of enthusiasm and energy. With that, I will first provide a general evaluation of the meeting, and then I am going to evaluate my tag team. And after that, I will be evaluating the evaluators of the prepared speeches and table topic evaluator. So, the good things about today's meeting is that it was almost free of any kind of disruptions. There were no cell phones ringing, no crosstalks. Everybody was very nicely on mute. There wasn't an instance where we could hear background noise from somebody's place and we had to tell them to put them on mute. So, overall, the meeting was flawless, quite disruption free. And one thing I would like to highlight is that meeting started 2 minutes late, which was definitely because of the login related glitches. But Turning Point Toastmaster is known to be starting very well on time. So let's take a note of that. Let's take a note of this thing. All the Turning Point Toastmasters, and let's start our meetings dot at 7 p.m. next time onwards. And like I said, no cell phones rang. There were no entry and exit happened while somebody was speaking. So generally, the flow of the meeting was really good. Apart from the tech glitch in the starting, there were three more technical glitches. One when a table topic speaker was trying to speak. One when a prepared speaker was not prepared very well with his equipment, and one major tech glitch by your general evaluator who disappeared for a few minutes. Let's try not to have them next time. And our sergeant at arms started meeting on a very nice, on a very warm note. But one recommendation will be the energy can be very high and will have to be very venturous in bringing a very high energy in online meetings. I'm saying this after 8 years of gap because last meeting I attended at Turning Point Toastmasters was an offline meeting. And now I'm comparing that offline energy with an online energy. So let's bring that offline meeting energy into the online as well. Let's start our next meetings on a very, very high note because that's what Turning Point Toastmaster is known to be for. Now, coming to our presiding officer, he started meeting on a very nice, very warm note and recognized the dignitaries, recognized the guests. So, only commendations for the presiding officer. But yes, energy could be better from the side of presiding officer as well, with a little bit touch of humor, for which our presiding officer is anyway known to be. And I think if Sergeant at Arms and presiding officer are opening meeting on a very high energetic and a humorous note, it sets the tone for the rest of the meeting. So let's try and set an example for that next time onwards. And Toastmaster of the day, you carried on with the theme very well. You introduced all the role players very well. You introduced the speakers. You didn't forget to call the evaluator before before their prepared speeches. Just one minor feedback, and I am not very sure if it's the right place for that feedback, but it will be good to give names of all the role players well before the meeting. Like I got introduced to the table topic evaluator in the middle of the meeting. So just one minor recommendation for the Toastmaster of the day. Although at the same point, I would also like to comment this that probably earlier you didn't have any table topic evaluator, but you suddenly had one. So those last minute efforts are also appreciated to bring a role player. So overall, a very well done job by Toastmaster of the day. Now coming to the table topic master, Komal did an absolutely fabulously job. She chose topics that were at the same time not very obvious, but relatable and easy as well. She tried all the people who didn't have any role, which is very much required in the table topic section to make everybody feel included. So a very well done job by our table topic master Komal. Coming to the table topic evaluators, Sanjida, and I really love that how you listen to every speaker in detail and you provided your feedback on them. It's a very rare thing. Your feedback was quite detailed, but just one small recommendation. At the same time, it exceeded time limits. So please try your best, or not try your best. Please make sure that you stick to the time limits next time. But overall, an excellent job done by you, because it's not easy to evaluate table topic speakers. I think we had 6 table topic speakers, and you are listening to them in the meeting as well. While the meeting is ongoing, you're also preparing your notes and delivering a fabulous evaluation on them. So well done, table topic evaluator. Now, coming to my tag team. So, like I said, my timer, Seema, excellent energy portrayed by you. I'm quite impressed. And you delivered a very detailed timer report. Just one glitch, you didn't notice the meeting started 2 minutes late. And another thing is, as a timer, when you mentioned how much time was taken by Toastmaster Rupinder, in case of table topic, you said, I think you said 2 minute 44 second, but I leave it to you. No, you don't leave it to them. You just present your report with the confidence and move on. But apart from that, Seema, excellent job done by you. Thank you so much for playing role as a timer. And then coming to our counter, Srishti. In Toastmasters, they always say that the role of our counter is a thankless one. And Srishti, you once again proved that. So once again, you presented a very detailed report, a comprehensive one. Thanks for that. I don't have any recommendations. And coming to grammarian Piyush, Piyush, I am extremely sorry. I was in the middle of solving my technical glitch. I couldn't hear your report properly. So I'm extremely sorry to everybody who's present in today's meeting. I'll also assure that I don't have any technical glitches next time onwards. And now coming to the prepared speech evaluators, Anshuman and Sadhna. You know, when I was listening to the prepared speeches, I was like, the job of the evaluators is going to be really tough today. What recommendations are they going to provide? But I am highly impressed. You summed up your commendations flawlessly. And Anshuman, when you said that, it happened with me once. I was playing the role of an evaluator and I provided similar kind of feedback. It was an offline meeting, so my feedback was not around on camera position, but really appreciate the way you provided. It means you observed your speaker very well. That's why you were able to provide such a good feedback that you need to place your camera well. And it's a very valuable feedback, because if somebody is delivering, somebody has prepared a speech with so much hard work. Your just one line of feedback can change the representation so much. So very well done on that part. And like I said, that once I played the role of an evaluator and I provided a similar feedback on diction. And it wasn't easy, because when you provide a feedback on pronunciations and diction, it's not very easy to summarize that. But you did an excellent job. Anshuman, no recommendations for you. And coming to our second prepared speech evaluator, Sadhna. Sadhna, I have similar feedback for you. Absolutely no recommendations. You did an excellent job. You observed the strong points of Toastmaster Anand's speech very well. You summarized them very well. And I 100% agree with the feedback you provided that a conclusion is very much required. So you summed up in a very crisp way. So a very well done evaluation by Toastmaster Sadhna. And with this, I conclude my general evaluators report. So, yes, overall, it was a very good meeting, a fantastic, flawless meeting with a very high attendance, no major glitches, and everybody being very curious and enthusiastic for your role. And with this, I will hand back control to our Toastmaster of the day, Animesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Chandni, for your evaluation of the entire meeting, and thank you for the feedback as well. Folks, let's act on our feedback. All right. So to conclude, uh, moving to a big city, it's going to be hard for sure. Right? It's good. Some things will always be hard, and harder when it's alone. So to conclude, I just want to quote this this verse by Majrooh Sultanpuri, which is मैं अकेला ही चला था जाने पे मंजिल मैं अकेला ही चला था जाने पे मंजिल मगर लोग साथ आते गए और कारवां बनता गया. The translation: I set out toward the destination as a lone man, but people kept coming in, and we formed a caravan. And that is what you need, a community. So thank you so much, Toastmasters International, for helping us build this community. And thank you so much, Turning Point Toastmasters, for letting me into this community. It's been a blast. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor to be your Toastmaster of the evening. Now I hand it over to the presiding officer for this meeting, Toastmaster Rapindra. Distinguished Toastmaster, over to you.
You know, Animesh, I was listening to your speech, to your performance, and something crossed my mind, and I guess that applies to every one of us who's ever, left the home in search of better opportunities, going to better places and all. The statement is that it takes a special kind of courage to put your life in a suitcase and move to a place where you hardly know anyone, and then make a living out there when everything in your life says that you cannot. When I left for Canada in 2023, I was told that nobody starts their life at 50. To an extent, it was true. And as you kept on speaking about your experiences, I could not help but relate to them. So thank you for sharing this wonderful, wonderful theme. And speaking of wonderful themes and wonderful moments, let's just ask our guests how they felt. I had the pleasure of meeting Nepal once, I think, in a division contest, and last week at the TLI. And I had the pleasure of meeting his son also when I went to East Delhi Toastmasters. Nepal, how did you feel about the meeting? What do you think can improve?
Feeling is FOMO come mo. FOMO is fear of missing out, and MO is missed out. Sometimes I enjoy JOMO, also joy of missing out. But after attending today's meeting, again it brings nostalgia back to me. Having attended a couple of meetings, and now I have a lot of mo missed out, missed out. The quality of meeting which we have is, how do I say? It's beyond the average. And I have shared this message also in my club with a motive that at least people should join. And I'm going to compel a couple of them, because that's how we can raise the standard. We cannot have only within one club. It's very important. So cross pollination is one thing which I really appreciate, and I love this. Amazing. Of course, yes, there are things which one can always improve, and there are a lot of ideas also which you keep getting. So I'm enriched.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, which club are you from?
ITMC, Indrapuram Toastmaster Club.
Ah, Raj Mehta's creation. So I was
So much so that I have not moved from my. So I'm traveling right now. I'm in Chennai. My dining table is there, but I'm in my room, and I've asked this guy to, the caretaker, to serve me the food here, because then there's another meeting. It was so sticky that it's very difficult. After you join, you have to be there.
ITMC's Raj Mehta's club, he envisioned it, and I believe I was there at the charter meeting of ITMC when it started out. So some really good memories over there. We also have Sarah, VP Education, Janakpuri Toastmasters. Let's go with Janakpuri for now. I'll not let Tilaknagar Toastmasters.
My experience was amazing as always, and thank you for giving an opportunity at the table topics. I greatly appreciate it, especially since the contest is coming. I appreciate you giving me a chance and looking forward to next meeting.
कुछ नहीं रखा टेबल टॉपिक कॉन्टेस्ट में ऑनेस्टली कुछ नहीं सब मोह माया there's nothing in table topics contest now. It's all, it's just all light. And Chandni, you've come back after a long time. How was it being the general evaluator? Were you intimidated when I asked you to be the general evaluator?
Yes, but then I thought I have to be venturous and take up the role, because to be very honest, if I hadn't taken the role, I'm not sure if I would have continued, if even I would have attended the meeting. So thank you so much for challenging me and giving me and trusting me and giving me the GE role. And I'm still impressed by the quality of Turning Point Toastmasters. There's a heavy consistency on that. So overall, a good decision at my end to be back to Turning Point Toastmasters, to be back to Toastmasters. And if I'm coming back to Toastmaster, then by default, it's Tptm for me.
Thank you so much. Turning Point does have a tendency to attract the best of talents, and many times those talents, they come in, they are our saving grace. I mean, it was Toastmaster Anant last year. Before that, it was Srishti who made it to the district finals in the international speech contest. And then one day Anshuman decided to be a part of the district. So the success stories, they keep on rolling and inspiring everyone. Let's go over to our sister club, Gurugram Professional Toastmasters. We have Toastmaster Bhuvan. Bhuvan, would you like to comment on today's meeting?
Thank you for having me, Rupinder. I joined in the midway, so unfortunately, I could not hear the speakers today or the earlier table topics, but it was a wonderful experience, especially to see Chandni come back after so long. I hope she joins and have a thoroughly amazing time going forward and take the club to newer heights.
Yeah, she's joining. And we also have Vipul, I think, from Gurugram Professional. Hi, Vipul.
Hi, Arvind.
How's it hanging?
Yeah, overall it's a good meeting. The theme connected me very well. Baroda to Bangalore. Quite nostalgic. I have a few questions on my mind running still. But overall, I will say it was a good meeting. Uh, Thanks for the opportunity for getting the table topics on my side. No recommendations as of now. We are good to go.
Not at all. Not at all. And finally, Seema. Seema, how does it feel to be back in Toastmasters?
Well, sir, pleasure is all mine. Thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity. It's a great feeling. It reminds me for a goal that I thought long ago. And I think it's time to give it a shot, make the most with your guidance and indeed with the support of all of you. Thank you so very much for again bringing me back to the track of learning. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you for your venturous spirit, and remember that fortune favors the brave. With
Indeed.
that, do we have the results?
I have shared the results with you in Zoom chat.
Okay, so let's go there. I don't know what Vivek is trying to do right now, but oh. Right, let's go. So the best role player today is Toastmaster Animesh for the Toastmaster of the day. Great job over there. The best auxiliary role player is not the butler. It's actually someone who spoke 2 hours and 2 repetitions and 3 hours by my count. Toastmaster Srishti. Many congratulations. Oh, she's run away. The best evaluator was Toastmaster Anshuman. And the best table topic speaker was, okay, I don't know how this is possible. Toastmaster Rupinder. Honestly, kuch rakha nahi hai सब चीज. And then the best prepared speaker was Anant. I'm pretty sure that must have been a close one because I think Vivek gave him tooth and nail. So great job over there. With that, let's stop the recording for now.